They say history is written by winners, but in 1996, history is written by a group of Namco developers who were so bored of Tekken sequels, they had handed everyone a sword and whispered, "Deal with it and try not to sue us." Welcome to the PSX Index. I'm Parasine. We're on a journey to play and archive all 1,278 games for the original PlayStation. Today isn't just another entry in the spreadsheet.
No.
Today is a personal trauma wrapped in a polygonal glory. Today we're talking about Soulblade, the game that made me question my life choices, my thumbs and my faith in humanity. Particularly Italian men in leather. Soulblade didn't just come from a shop. It didn't just come from a brightly lit HMV on the weekend trip. It came from the catalogue. Thick glossy paper, smelling faintly of hope, industrial printing ink and parental financial panic. My mum ordered a bundle of 5 games. No research, no reviews, just vibes and a low monthly interest rate. And one of them, Soulblade, the game that would haunt me for decades. I was 6 years old, 6, while other kids were outside learning life skills, walking, talking, maybe making friends. I was inside staring at a 14-inch CRTV, watching an Italian man in a gimp suit contort like my homework had personally offended him. Physics optional, nightmares guaranteed. And this is where good ideas meet bad life decisions. I'm slowly working through 1,278 PlayStation games, for reasons that stop making sense somewhere around entry 3. And yeah, here I am, still cataloguing, still losing sleep, still obsessed with seeing it through. The soul still burns. The catalogue still exists in a landfill somewhere. I am still emotionally unpacking the consequences. The intro, oh the intro. Opera music, crashing waves, dramatic sword poses. Cervantes on a ghost ship like he's headlining a metal festival. Sophia bathing in a fountain, because polygons are better when dramatic. My 6-year-old brain thought I was witnessing the future. Reality check, suburban England, CRT catalogue ordered box, dreams bigger than a TV resolution. Before we even press start, we have to talk about the name, because here's the thing, Soulblade isn't lying to you. In Japan, it's called Soul Edge. Sounds dramatic, menacing, sharp, perfect for an evil sword simulator. But when Namco tried to bring it west, they ran into one man, Tim Langdell. This guy apparently decided he owned the English language. Everything with the word edge trademarked. Cliffs, knives, your fingernails if they were edgy enough. Namco's legal team looked at the budget and said,
no.
And thus Soulblade. Suddenly it sounded like a straight-to-DVD action movie starring Steven Seagal in a particularly itchy wig. But here's the fun part. Internally, the game still calls itself Legends of the Evil Sword. Sounds like a rejected mobile ad you'd see while playing a puzzle game in 2025. But in 1996, it was revolutionary. It was the birth of a franchise that could eventually become Soulcalibur, a franchise built on the ruins of a naming dispute. Somewhere, Tim Langdell is probably trying to sue a mountain for having a ridge. And honestly, good luck Tim. Owning Soulblade wasn't just playing a game, you experienced it. Opera music, crashing waves, slow motion sword poses, because Namco needed to show off that the PS1 could render water and polygons at the same time. Li Long looks angry, Taki is fast, Siegfried has daddy issues, Shakespeare with more shoulder pads and fewer soliloquies. My 6-year-old self thought I was witnessing the future. Reality check, suburban England, dusty carpet, catalogue ordered box and dreams bigger than the TV resolution. The intro lasts 3 minutes. 3 minutes of pure, unadulterated, I might be too young for this cinematic perfection. Every character is introduced without a single line of dialogue. You understand their motivations by how dramatically they swing a sword or glare at the camera. I watched this over and over until the magnetic tape in my brain practically wore thin. Namco gave us the most stressed out people in the 16th century Eurasia. Let's look at the index of combatants. Mitsurugi, the samurai, personally offended by the invention of guns, thinks finding a magic sword will stop the march of technological progress. Hey Shiro, buddy, that's not how physics or history works. Baldo, the enigma, blind, mute, contortionist, leather enthusiast, fights like an angry spider in a gimp suit, protects the treasure vault for a dead merchant. He's been underground for so long, he forgot how skeletons are supposed to work. I didn't want to fight Baldo as a kid. I wanted to call the police. Sophia, the baker from Athens, a literal god, shows up and says go and fight the ghost pirate. Her moveset, heavy baking tray tactics. Siegfried, the knight with daddy issues, accidentally killed his father during a crusade. Instead of therapy, decided the best solution was a giant eyeball covered sword. Healthy coping mechanisms were not part of the 32-bit era. Now we get to the part where I truly confront my past. Edgemaster mode. When I was 6, I thought this was a fun story mode. I was wrong. This was a full-blown psychological experiment disguised as a fighting game. You travel a map, fight matches with specific conditions, and collect new weapons. Sounds fun, right? You're wrong. Namco added conditions that would make a Dark Souls developer blush. You are poisoned, health drained. The floor is ice. You slide into a ring out if you sneeze. You can only win by using throws. And yes, the throw only match against Volvo in the desert. This is where I learned true unadulterated rage. Volvo doesn't have bones. He has a series of slinkies and bad intentions. Trying to grab him, like trying to catch a wet bar of soap, in the dark, while being hissed at. I remember crying. I remember staring at the catalogue my mum bought this from and wondering if I could return my dignity for a refund. But the 2 layer of the 8th weapon, the ultimate weapon, was too strong. Weeks trying to get Miss Sarugi's Misarami, only to find out it drains your own health while you use it. Thanks Namco, very cool. My 6-year-old brain couldn't comprehend the risk versus reward mechanic. I just thought the game was bullying me. Because Edgemaster mode broke my spirit, I spent my life in arcade mode. And this is where Soulblade truly outshines Tekken. Beating the final boss, Cervantes, with his flaming soul edge doesn't just give you a pre-rendered movie.
No.
You get an interactive ending. If the black bars at the top and bottom of the screen disappear, you have control. Press the right button at the same time and the story changes. In Misarugi's ending, you have to dodge bullets from a guy with a gun. Fail, you get shot. Misarugi looks disappointed. I look disappointed. In Siegfried's ending, he tries to throw the sword away. Mess up, he becomes Nightmare. It was the first time a game made me feel like I was responsible for a character's soul. I spent hours trying to find every variation. I wanted to see Sophia in a bathing suit. For historical research, obviously. I wanted to unlock the secret characters, and each time Volvo threw me off a cliff, I grew a little older emotionally. Mechanically, Soulblade was a laboratory. In Tekken, you take hits. In Soulblade, the weapon meter exists. Block too much, sword shatters. You now fight with bare fists. Nothing more humbling than a legendary samurai slapping a ghost pirate to death. Then there's the ring out. Ultimate friendship destroyer, 99% health left, 1 pixel left on the opponent. Step slightly left and you fall into the water. Soulblade is not a fighting game, it's a stay on the big square simulator. It's cruel, it's beautiful, it's 32-bit chaos distilled into polygons. I remember my friends refusing to play me because I would just poke them out of the edge. That's not cheese, John, that's tactical positioning. Read the spreadsheet. The weapon meter adds another layer of strategy. Attack recklessly, sword breaks. Defend too much, sword breaks. Use grabs and timing wrong, sword breaks. And suddenly, the game isn't about memorising combos. It's about calculating, predicting, surviving, and slightly losing your mind. There's a strange joy in the chaos. A cruel, beautiful, polygonal joy. Every match feels alive. Every mistake feels personal. Every victory feels like a hard-earned trophy for your soul, and somehow it's still addictive. We need to talk about the audio. Soulblade did something insane. In the options menu, You can choose between the original arcade soundtrack and the arranged soundtrack. Namco hired a full orchestra for the PS1 version. They took Brave Sword, Braver Soul and turned it into something that makes you feel like you could actually fight a T-Rex with a kitchen knife. If you play this game with the arcade music on, you are objectively playing it wrong. It's like eating a dry cracker while a 5-meal course just waits beside you. The music sets the mood, it builds the world. It's 90s nostalgia, perfected, orchestrated and delivered in a 32-bit glory. I used to leave the sound test menu running while doing homework. My mum thought I was studying the classics. Technically, I was. Every battle, every ring out, every Voldo contortion felt epic when paired with the orchestral swells. It made the PS1 feel like it could do anything. Let's dive into the deep, ridiculous trivia. Han Myung. Unlock him by beating the game with Hwang and Seung Mina. No ending movie. He is the middle child of Namco. Sophatia's bathing suit. You must collect every weapon for every character. Ultimate completionist nightmare. The Namco voice. Hold L1 and L2 and press the direction at the start. Suddenly, Volvo hisses Namco at you, exactly as unsettling as it sounds. The eyeball. The Soul Edge has a literal blinking eyeball in the hilt. It tracks your opponent. More effort went into that eyeball than I put into my entire primary school education. The nude rumour. Yes, the naked Sophatia rumour. In the Japanese version, you could edit hair colours to make it look questionable. Sony of America saw this and immediately said,
"No."
This is why we love these obscure quirks, secret characters, bizarre mechanics and subtle details. Namco packs so much personality into this game. Every match, every button press feels alive. Every unexpected ring out, every weapon shatter, every secret reveal. It's the kind of chaos you remember for decades. Even now, Volvo pops into my nightmares, in a good way. Soul Blade isn't just a fighting game, it's living an archive of creativity, humour and ridiculous 90s ambition. Soul Blade isn't just a fighting game, it's a test of patience, reflexes and emotional endurance. I remember sitting on the carpet, CRT glowing, trying to beat Volvo for the 27th time. My fingers cramped, my brain melted, my mum shouted something about dinner, but I was locked in. Edgemaster mode, interactive endings, secret weapons, it all combined into a beautiful, absurd nightmare. Every time I finished the match, I felt victorious. Even if it was 10 PM and I had school in the morning, even when my friends were playing Tekken instead, even if Volvo had thrown me off a cliff again. Soul Blade was trauma disguised as fun. Yeah, it is undeniably a mark on my childhood. Even now, I can feel the weight of that Christmas gift catalogue PlayStation 1 in my hands. Even now, I can hear the orchestral crescendos as I dodge a ring out. Every match was a tiny drama, every victory a small triumph of will. It's absurd, it's ridiculous, it's glorious, and it's why I keep slowly working through 1,278 PlayStation games, even though my sanity left the building somewhere around entry 3. Let's be honest, Soul Blade has humour baked in, accidental or intentional, who knows? Volvo's contortions, Sophatia's shield bacon career, Siegfried's daddy issues, and that eyeball in the sword, watching you like your life's a Netflix reality show. The developers clearly knew, if you can make a player laugh, cry and rage in the same match, you've succeeded, and they did. Every bizarre animation, every awkward physics quirk, every failed throw-only match, it's comedy gold. Soul Blade isn't just a fighting game, it's a 90s slapstick opera with swords. Soul Blade proves a fighting game can be more than combos, more than frame data, more than pixels. It can tell a story, it can scare a 6-year-old, it can make adults question life choices. It can give joy, frustration and awe in equal doses. It's chaotic, elegant and full of unforgettable moments. It's why this niche, ridiculous, obsessive project exists. Because sometimes good ideas meet bad life decisions, and sometimes that's exactly how legends are born. So where does Soul Blade sit in the index? Easy to look at now and say clunky polygons, but Soul Blade still feels fluid, fast and dramatic. full of soul. It proved the PS1 could handle complex 3D physics without catching fire. It gave us Volvo. It gave us Edgemaster trauma. It gave me a memory of my mum handing me a catalogue ordered PlayStation 1 with the perfect bundled 5 games that changed my life and set way for the PSX index that I'm working through today. It took my spirit. It changed my soul. The verdict? Essential S tier. If you don't own this, you own a very expensive paperweight. Soulblade is personally my favourite fighting game on the PlayStation 1, and it spawned one of the best fighting game series with Soulcalibur. But it all started here on the PlayStation 1 with this game. It was a strange beginning, but what it come to be, it conquered the world. It even had Darth Vader and Yoda in the sequels. That just shows how far it came. 8 games down, 1,270 to go. Next time on the PSX Index, a bargain bin disaster report. Adidas Power Soccer 97 and 98. From orchestral masterpiece to German techno and physics that make footballs defy reality. Buckle up, keep your soul burning, keep your polygons sharp, and remember, the index never lies. I've been Parasine, please subscribe and follow along. This has been the stage of history. Next time, I'll be seeing you on the pitch.
No.